for refunds and payments worth more than 62. This package, announced last month, is the largest support package to business via the tax system in modern history. Today, I can also confirm that the Small Business Cash Flow Loan Scheme is officially open. In just a couple of weeks, IRD officials built a new system to process applications for loans that will be interest-free if repaid in the first year. These will be a source of working capital for businesses, helping with things like fixed costs like rent. The scheme went live last night and is $11,800 interest-free, or you employ 50 FTE staff and want to borrow up to $100,000 interest-free. Go online to the Inland Revenue site and you'll find all the details there. And finally, our wage subsidy scheme has now paid out $10.7 billion to 1.75 million New Zealanders. That ultimately is what it is taking to make sure that we get those people employed.
神秘北极圈，阿拉斯加的闪电，谁的脸出现海角的天边？忽然的瞬间，在那遥远的地点，我看见恋人幸福的光点，灵魂在召唤，唱着古老陌生熟悉的歌谣，天空在微笑，我的世界缤纷闪耀，爱是一道光，如此美妙，指引我们想要的未来，茉莉北极光，喜欢的语言，赶快去找不思议的爱，爱是一道光，如此美妙，照亮我们勇气的未来，茉莉北极光，传说的语言，原来就是恋人的眼光。Yeah, yeah. Whoa, oh, yeah, yeah. 沉默一眨眼，1万年外的光年，我相信未来其实并不远，哭泣的眼泪也是喜悦的赞美，是因为有你能展翅高飞，灵魂在召唤，唱着古老陌生熟悉的歌谣，天空在微笑，我的世界缤纷闪耀，爱是一道光，如此美妙，指引我们想要的未来，茉莉北极光，喜欢的语言，赶快去找不思议的爱，爱是一道光，如此美妙，照亮我们勇气的未来，茉莉北极光，传说的语言，原来就是恋人的眼光，黄绿蓝五彩的欧若拉，爱就在心中，相信就会存在，红橙黄绿蓝，美丽的欧若拉，爱就在心中，相信就是永远，爱是一道光，如此美妙，指引我们想要的未来，茉莉北极光，奇幻的语言，赶快去找不思议的爱，爱是一道光，如此美妙，照亮我们勇气的未来，茉莉北极光，传说的语言，原来就是恋人的眼光，黄绿蓝五彩的欧若拉，爱就在心中，相信就会存在，红橙黄绿蓝，美丽的欧若拉，爱就在心中，相信就是永远，红橙黄绿蓝。 是错的人，有些错我们都要负责任。是否我爱了不该爱的人？其实我想要的并不过分。爱过你，至少我坦诚承认，有些错我们不用去争论。也许我错过幸福的时分，这座城多了个伤心的人。我们爱的难舍难分，爱的奋不顾身，为何再见只是陌生人？夜来的无声，我的心好冷，那绝望比分手更伤人。我们爱的难舍难分，爱的奋不顾身，爱到最后同样不可能。你走的无痕，我的心好疼，该拿什么与眼泪抗衡？爱过你，至少我坦诚承认，有些错我们不用去争论。也许我错过幸福的时分，这座城多了个伤心的人。我们爱的难舍难分，爱的奋不顾身，为何再见只是陌生人？夜来的无声，我的心好冷，那绝望比分手更伤人。我们爱的难舍难分，爱的奋不顾身，爱到最后同样不可能。你走的无痕，我的心好疼，该拿什么与眼泪抗衡？你走的无痕，我的心好疼，该拿什么与眼泪抗衡？也许世界就这样，我也还在路上，没有人能诉说。也许我只能沉默，眼泪湿润眼眶，可又不敢懦弱，低着头，期待白昼，接受所有的嘲讽，迎着风，拥抱彩虹，勇敢地向前走。黎明的那道光会越过黑暗，打破一切恐惧，我能找到答案。哪怕要逆着光就驱散黑暗，丢弃所有的负担，不再孤单，不再孤单。 世界就这样，我也还在路上，没有人能诉说。也许我只能沉默，眼泪湿润眼眶，可又不敢懦弱，低着头，期待摆着，接受所有的嘲讽，迎着风，拥抱彩虹，勇敢的向前走。黎明的那道光会越过黑暗，打破一切恐惧，我能找到答案。怕要逆着光就驱散黑暗，丢弃所有的负担，不再孤单。
我累了，就紧紧锁住情绪，不再放任它堆积。我痛了，就紧紧屏住呼吸，不给想念留余地。只是下雨时会委屈，只是想起你会哭泣。没关系，真没关系。我终于学会一个人弹琴，只是弹琴没有你。我终于学会一个人做梦，只是做梦没有你。我依旧像从前粗心，时常会忘。
How's it going?
Back to the office, eh? It's like so scary.
Yeah.
No.
But I don't think we'll go back. I mean, I don't think I'll come in this week, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I'll probably come in because then we don't come in this. If we don't come in this week, then we got 1 week off and then we're back in. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll probably do that, to be honest.
I don't know. I might just go back one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like kind of like I kind of miss using the monitors. Like yeah.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I've been waiting like the whole
I
time.
know, exactly. You've been waiting 6 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
I've really realised that people's setups really kind of dictates how their working from home went.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've loved it because I've got like I've got a nice screen which I've always had.
Yeah.
I've got my own office, and I got like I got a chair that's really comfortable as well. So stuff like that makes it more nice. But other people, like working on a laptop, don't have a desk area, having to work with kids around or something like that. It's all kind of it can be real hard.
Yeah, I really miss the dual monitor setup. Like you can have one open for the IDE and the other one just for like Stack Overflow or whatever. It's just like so I don't know, and like you have like room for emulator running somewhere.
It really does. I've noticed that. I've noticed people who not enjoying their setup at home. It's harder for them. It's not that comfortable. It's not as leisurely.
Yeah.
As if you did.
To be honest, I even like start thinking maybe I should buy a like computer. Like I don't know. It's like because I'm using right now. I have my own laptop.
Yeah.
It's meant to be like portable, but I never really take it anywhere. So I might as well just like get desktop PC. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tricky one because like I've got a desktop, but I've got a laptop as well. But I originally bought my desktop's really old.
Yeah.
It's like 2012. So what's that? That's almost 8 years. You know, it shouldn't even be working, but it actually works pretty well.
Yeah.
And as a monitor, it's great. You know, but it's old, and I bought it. I don't know why I bought it, because at the time I thought, oh, they look quite cool, and I always wanted to get my own home computer.
Yeah.
So I bought the home computer but the theory is a laptop is way more portable, and I wouldn't say better, but if I want to sit on the couch, if I want to sit in my bedroom, if I want to go out somewhere, you can use it. Whether you're kind of restricted with your own desktop, if that makes sense. But now, I guess I've had mine for so long, I haven't bought a new one or anything like that. And then I bought a laptop because I actually went into contracting and I had to buy a laptop. I was actually I have to like fork out and buy my own laptop because it's needed, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's up to you really. It's like personal preference, you know. It's quite nice having a desktop.
Yeah. I just love big monitors.
Yeah,
For most of the for most of your contract work, like, does it require you to have like your own PC or laptop or something like that?
well, normally yes. Here they've provided me with their work laptop,
Okay.
so that was good. But I already had my own laptop in case, not as fast as theirs, but I had one from a previous contract. But in a weird way, the contract job pays for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
A bit more you can afford. But normally, if you're working for a small company and they're hiring you, they probably expect you to have your own laptop and you bring that in and all that kind of stuff. But here I've been lucky. They've just provided me with the work laptop, which has been quite nice because it's real fast and real quick.
Yeah. Which year is your Mac, like work Mac? Do you know?
So who chose it?
No, like which year, like which model do you have? Because mine's like
Let me see.
2000.
This Mac. Let's see. I don't actually know.
I don't think I can just see it.
2018 mine is.
Yeah.
15 2018. So that's pretty good. 2 years.
Yeah, I think mine is like, I don't even know actually, but it's like fairly recent, so that's better than I expected. Oh yeah, this is 2018.
I think we're lucky because, no, actually, normally for me, I'm always, because I work on iOS, it makes them like they have to get a Mac, even if everyone uses Windows. They're like, oh, we need to get a Mac. Yeah. So I've been quite lucky. But with regards to you and Android, they could have put you on a Windows, I guess.
They could, but like I'm not gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember like they used to do that, but like on Windows, like it takes like so much time. So they just figure like it's probably might as well just like go get Mac for mobile. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been I see. Yeah, it's up to. I mean, would you prefer a laptop or a desktop, or have you got a laptop? A desktop would be nice as well.
Yeah, I would like a desktop, like with big monitor, like.
Yeah, because I love it. My like obviously mine's old, right? But it's like 27-inch, right? It's not Retina, but it's okay. But I can just fit like almost two screens on one. Really, and then I just have my workspaces, which I flip between, which is how I always work. But it makes such a big difference because you can read your internet on one screen, and it's way too big to fill the whole screen. So you use half of it or a quarter of it, and it does make a massive difference. It really does.
Yeah. Did you see the like widescreen monitors?
No, I haven't seen those. What are those?
They look sexy, man.
Who are they by?
I don't know, like, but it's kind of like the immersed kind of experience that you have.
Is this like real future stuff that
it's not that futurist, but like it's just widescreen that you can divide it into kind of like a sections. You can have like, it's just everything's just laid out right in front of you. That feeling is like it's really.
Send me a link, because I don't know if you mean it's like a big screen that you cut in two, or it's
no, it's like a wide screen, like a wide.
Oh, wide. Do you mean ones that are shaped like an arc?
Yeah, it's like it can go so wide, but like something like this. I don't even know. Like, do I want a just standard 4K or do I want a widescreen? I can send you a picture.
Yeah, send me a link.
Okay. Yeah, only one here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because like
Trading.
yeah.
Ah,
This is
yeah.
the one.
The arc ones. They're like yeah, I've seen these.
Yeah.
Ultra wide. The guys when I used to work in PushPay, all the high up people had those had screens like that. And you look at them and go, oh, they're lucky. They've got these
Yeah.
big screens that
Yeah.
they can do. I reckon they'll be pretty cool. And they must. All you care about, as long as you can fit a couple of programs easily on the screen,
Yeah.
and it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. It's either that or like just 4K monitors. Because one of my previous works, like we all had like 4K monitors.
Yeah.
That was like really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know.
Could you buy one of those instead of a computer? Would that make more sense? And then you just plug it in, and then you're always going to have.
Yeah, I think you can. Like you can just have like a tower, a PC, or like if you want a MacBook just plugged in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might just do that. Yeah.
So are you looking forward to coming back in?
To be honest, I really like working from home. Like the flexibility and stuff. Like
I've been loving it, man.
yeah.
I think when we have retrospective, I think I'm going to try and push to like having a couple of days at home.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna back you up. Like,
So yeah, back me up, man.
yeah.
Because I came to the conclusion. I go, if it's a democracy, because I don't think Simon's keen.
Yeah, I don't think
Because
so.
I think he prefers coming in because his job makes his job easier. But I think for us, the general more of us, we love it. So I think I'm going to try and push towards it, even to get like 2 days or I think 2-3 days, man. And if we all say it, you can't do much about it, man. If we all want that, that's like a massive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's worth trying to fight for, I think.
Yeah, it's not like that we just want work from home like permanently because like just 2 days and I think that's reasonable, to be honest. If it's like, yeah.
It's reasonable. It's not like I think 1 day's like it's not worth it. I'm like, what's the bloody point?
Yeah.
But then we'll just have to see how it goes. I hope it doesn't turn up to be like we try and do this and then everyone's like, no, it didn't work. Even though everyone's probably been more productive working from home than working in the office because you get distracted so much, man.
I think like most people actually enjoy it. Like I know that Rowena enjoys it, as she mentioned a couple times.
Yeah, she loves it.
Yeah. Other people, I don't know, maybe, but I just feel like, yeah. Let's see how it goes.
I think there's 3 of us who like it, so that's a good start.
Yeah.
We've got to see what everybody else thinks, man. I feel like management might want people in because management like have to talk and be in meetings.
Yeah.
And I think for them, but then for us, it's more like I don't know. It's just so much better, man.
I mean, like if you have meetings on that day, maybe you can come in. Like we can just make it optional for other people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I hope so. I hope we can get some days to work from home.
Yeah.
That's what I hope. Okay. And I'm going to try and push for that because I think it works. They can't say it hasn't worked. That's the thing.
True.
So I'm eating at the same time. I just got myself an apple strudel, so I'm just eating.
Yeah.
But fingers crossed. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was funny when we did a retrospective, and everybody was like working from home, working from home.
Yeah, we never really do any retrospective during the lockdown, did we?
Not like a good one.
What did we do? I can't even remember the last time we did it.
I think we did one, but it wasn't. It was that board one. We have to sign up on the board and write what you think.
Trello board, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was the only one I think that was kind of like.
Yeah, isn't there like a one this afternoon? Or?
Because let me check it out.
Yeah, it is 3 p.m.
As in, like, over the last week and so.
Work is alright. It's like it's more bugs than I expected, and to be honest, like it's some of it, cause like the legal changes change text around, and like some part of the text get pushed out of the screen, and I know it's like the bugs are kind of like minor, but I did have like quite major refactory, so that needs some more thorough testings, and some bugs are expected.
It's been quite hard, I find. Not hard. Yeah, like the tree graph thing, right? That was
Oh man, that took me a lot of like effort.
I had one bug. It took me 8 hours.
Which one?
Oh, and honestly, it took me the whole day, and I was trying to yeah, it was, yeah, it took like I predicted. I took a day off, going, up in my head, I thought this is great, and then I could, finally catch up. You're always trying to I feel like I'm always trying to catch up. That's what I feel like I'm doing, and then it just killed me. It was just bang. But one of those ones, at least I sorted it at the end of the day. Because if I didn't, I would have hated to have come in the next day. Just like, oh, got this bloody bug, man. What am I going to do with this? But it has been hard, that tree graph.
Which one is it? Like, which bug is it?
Oh, it was just the bug I had is when I tried to align it in the center.
Yeah.
Basically, on different devices, different actually screen sizes, it made it align in different, not center enough, right? So I was like, there's something going on with, like, I was trying to find the correct way of doing it, where you try and find out what is the thing that on, like, is it because on iOS you have this thing called safe area around this that has been introduced, and I was like, is the safe area adding this extra space, because something's adding extra space when I go up and down, because it's supposed to go dynamically, but it wasn't going dynamic. So I spent the whole day trying to do it properly, right? And I couldn't find it. I just had to do it like not a hacky way, but I just said, okay, what's the screen size? If it's like 375, I said, then add this padding in. If it's not, then take it away, which at the end was a simple solution, but it wasn't like the right solution. You know what I mean? It wasn't the right solution, but I got to a point where it's like, I spent so much time on this. I'm just going to have to try and get it to work. And that's how I got it to work. It wasn't nice, but I think I was trying to do it the right way. I was trying to find what was the thing that was pushing those boundaries just a little bit, which made all my calculations wrong, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, pretty much the same for me as well. Like that graph, like so much going on. And, like there are like there's this bug like took me also like forever, and I feel like it might been kind of like the Android bug, like the libraries that we use, like official libraries. But like, so for me, the first and the last tree that we have, like the I need to manually add in the paddings.
Yeah.
You know, like, and sometimes like, and I try to do smart things like when the data update, and try to like find what's actually been changed, and only draw the graph that's actually been changed. But problem with that is, like, if the large tree is not changed, but like the size get changed. For example, like if you switch from tomorrow's tree graph like to today's tree graph, since like the tomorrow's tree is like more trees than today, and the large tree, the paddings for the large tree is not added in, so it's got like weird UI bugs that you I couldn't find a way to get around.
It was hard, man.
Yeah.
It's funny. You probably did it. You did it differently. You did it like, you did it programmatically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I did mine visually, but we still ended up like struggling. Which way we went.
It's just like
trying to get that to work, man. It was like I nailed it. I was like, yeah, I got the background. It's all sorted. I don't have that problem. But then I had this bloody like trying to get it in the middle, and that would just killed me. I was just like, oh, this is hard. Yeah. Like,
I think because like it's like so customed, like it's not like there's no existing libraries that we can just utilize.
How long do you reckon it took you to do that screen?
Hold on,
Yeah,
I don't remember, but like
I think
quite long actually.
I think I had 2 days for the spike, and I actually took 3 days to make it, maybe longer. But then there was like another 2-3 days of
Yeah,
bugs,
it's also pretty much the same, I reckon.
bugs and stuff, and it was like, wow, this has taken almost 2 weeks just for that one graph.
Yeah, sometimes like some small things can take a really long time, and, and also there are cases like things just work on expectedly well. Like the song in the moonlight, I just put in there, it just worked. I mean, like I have to manually because the background is just like a giant drawable for me, and I have to manually calculate the matrix when the user does scroll on the screen.
Yeah.
Put the apply that matrix to the image, and I would think there's a lot of like maths involved, and a lot of like manual calculations, but it just worked out. I'm really surprised, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's good when you get those. You go, oh god, it works.
Yeah, I was thinking that there's a lot of debug is gonna be involved, and didn't.
The debugging killed me, man.
Yeah.
The debugging killed me. That was like Ravina just gave me like 8 bugs. I was like, oh my god. And even one now where I can't replicate it. She keeps sending it, and I go, I can't actually. I've tried. I downloaded all the simulators, different things and stuff like that. I can't actually replicate it. I go, I cannot get what you're seeing. Like mine works perfectly well.
Yeah.
And so it's like hard ones when like that. I've just said I can't replicate it.
Yeah. And you have just like a few model for iPhones, and you can like simulate all of them. And like for Android, it's not possible. Like you've got a bug on S9 and S9 only. Like I've tested like so many different devices.
Yeah, that's the problem with Android, isn't it? Android's just like you've got so many different devices.
Yeah, and like even with the same device, different like Android version, you can change the screen densities and a lot of things you can customize, and make it like extra hard to like find a particular issues on a particular devices. Yeah, but that's the way.
Well, we got there. But this whole carbon plan is taking forever, man.
Yeah, I feel like, how do you think that are they gonna like do the code reviews? Like, it's just like so much code.
It's gonna be horrible for whoever. I'm gonna have to apologize. I'm gonna go. Okay, sorry, guys, right? We've been working on this for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
This is all, I mean, because I just had to merge my carbon planner and forecast together. I didn't have to actually, but I kept jumping between bugs from one and the other. And then I thought I'll just merge them all together, and then every time I need to sort a bug out, I just push it all together and because really it'd be better for me to keep them separate on separate branches, all 3 of them, and then you put one up one after another.
Yeah, I just didn't bother. I have like one branch.
Yeah, so it's the same, and you end up the same way because it's so much harder to context switch between branches.
Yeah, and like it's not even possible for me because I have like I just have like I restart the whole thing for the carbon planner because we have like a lot of like refactoring work, and it's like changing the existing code is like so much hassle. So I just create new. So right now it's like coexists with the old code. It's just like not linked anymore. Yeah, I feel like if they want to review it, they might as well just like pull the whole thing down and like just look at the code.
If I got that, I'd be like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And you end it, and they'll be like, and you have to like, no one will review it, and it'll be like on the day of review, and you like have to go do a bump and go, could someone review this for me, please?
Yeah.
It's urgent.
Just how much time would that take just to review the whole thing?
Yeah. I should send a post now and go, I'm going to apologize, guys, but there's going to be some massive PR.
Yeah, I've already like mentioned it to Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just see how it goes.
I always kept everything small, But I've just ended up. I never since I kept here. I try and keep things small, and it never ends up that way. I end up having to merge it and making this big PR, and then I'm pushing this big PR because really, if I was doing small things, I'll be constantly creating a PR right now. Really,
Yeah.
it will be going in, but it actually would be going in to develop. So it's kind of like the only other way is you create a separate branch and you ask people to like review those.
Yeah, improve.
But then if it's not urgent, they're not going to do it, man. I don't think.
Yeah, probably should have done that. I don't know. Yeah, because like we never had like such big PR at once.
Yeah, it's just because I remember who is it? Karthik in our team. He used to make massive PRs, and I never understood it. I was like, oh man, it's so big, and now I understand. Because now he has this massive home moves, which is like 4 sprints or 6 sprints, and then you have to like, and he puts it in, and you're like, oh man, this is massive.
Yeah.
Um,
No. Should we start like breaking it down a bit? Cause I don't know.
I would say the only way to break it is you break it down by tab each. That's it. 3 pull requests. 1 for real time, 1 for forecast, 1 for impact, and then you got 1 for widget. That's the only way I can think that makes any sense.
I'll probably start
But
thinking about ahead like next time, but probably not.
Yeah, it's like that's the only way you can do it, and then have it all under. You should maybe create a branch called, like Carbon Planner, and then everything that holds everything. And then you merge those branches into that Carbon Planner, and then when everyone's happy with that, everything that's merged into Carbon Planner can then be merged into Develop. And maybe that's the best way to do it. But yeah, it's hard work, man. It's hard work.
Yeah, and we're already in the middle, so I'm probably not going to bother.
Exactly. What was it I was going to say is okay. Yeah, I was going to probably get back onto what we're supposed to be doing. But it's like when you haven't spoken to someone for so long, it's like, oh, what's going on? It's like, I'm in my own little bubble over here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so I was just going to go through what we need to do on the back end because I probably still can't until next sprint. I can't really show you everything because I need them to track that time, man. Because if I show you now, it's going to take like an hour, maybe 2 hours or something like that, man. And you're right, we probably do need some kind of viewer or Slack. I can just show you my screen. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. You can just show me your screen because what I need is just like a way to get started on. I can actually do some backend work in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have to wait though till next sprint, mate, to actually show because it's going to take. I mean, unless I talk to Ben and go, "Hey, Ben," I could actually ask Ben and say,
yeah, maybe just for like the rest of the day and see how it goes. I don't know.
Or I better tell him because I've got nothing to mark it against. Let me send him a message. I'll just send him a message. Don't message you.
Yeah, because without the API, I essentially just blocked.
One. Sound back. Right. Right, name it. Check-in. I just to see which. So I said we're about to do some backend with Derek and check back in up to speed. I say, should I upskill him now or wait till we allocate some time next sprint to do it? He's probably going to say do it next sprint, I think.
Yeah.
But you never know because it just they haven't put time up for it, so this is just like random. Okay, let's see what it says.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I can't really. Well, at least I need to know what can be returned from the backend. And
Yeah. What's needed on the back end? So what do we need to do? There's one that's real simple to do. What's the other one? The impact ticket.
yeah, the impact. So I think compared to the IQ backend, we just need to provide some. I don't know.
Oh, here he comes. Let's see what he says. Oh, here goes. It's allocated to the next sprint behind the SWA tips. Okay, so he's saying, wait. Okay, we will wait till the next one. Yeah, because they've got all this time allocation stuff. They're probably like,
Yeah.
probably worried about. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do it, mate. But don't worry. Next sprint, we just have to say, you know, obviously I'm trying to work on my stuff, and then trying to keep the APIs up to date involves both of us really. But next sprint will hopefully get you up to speed, and then you'll be able to, like, at least one of us can do it and the other one can do it. You know what I mean? And then it becomes a lot easier.
Yeah.
If one of us is ahead and one of us is behind, one person does it, and then we catch up. Yeah. Okay. So do you want to send me that ticket and then walk me through it, and I'll look into it. Is it because I assume currently we do have an impact API? There must be one already, isn't there? Or was it 7 days? Is that what it's called? 7 days? Oh no.
There is a Phil sends a screenshot for the. If you go to the chat we had, so Phil sent a screenshot.
Which chat? Yes, I've got quite a few here. Well,
this one. I'll text you.
Oh, is it the usage impact month? Is that it?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. So for this one is the I think it's EIQ. I don't remember like. This is what? How do we? So this is not mobile API. What's the name for this one? Yes, the backend. Like, I don't know.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
Is this what's the name for this this one? Like
the name of the API?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, there is like a mobile API. What's the other one?
Everything we do is in the mobile API, but I think this is the EIQ.
Okay.
It might be coming. I think they work on the EIQ, right?
Yeah.
And then it branches off to a mobile API service.
Okay, so this is EIQ. So yeah. So it's not exposed to the mobile API. So what we need. At least it's like to expose what.
This might be pretty straightforward. If it's not exposed and I need to bring it in, it's actually quite straightforward. There's lots of template code there at the moment that does it. So it should just be me. I just have to copy the same name and everything.
Yeah.
And then just call the client, which is basically EIQ, and it should just bring all this information back.
Yeah.
It only becomes tricky when I need to add our own stuff to. Oh, actually, it's not tricky. It just takes. So I don't think that's going to take too much time. Okay. So I want to try and make this run. Do you have an example? Have you got this to run on Postman?
No, I didn't try, but I can.
Let me try.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if we can, because he's got a whole bunch of stuff in the. He's got loads of stuff in the. How do you say? He's got lots of bespoke parameters in the header there, which is kind of worrying for me. I'm like,
I think I've got my Postman. I can get it running.
If you could get it running, send me that, because it says accounts billing account number, right? Which is like locations plus location ID, generation mix, usage impact month. That's a lot of.
I got a full not found.
Because the first thing I do is I try and get it running on Postman before I do anything, because then I know how to get to it.
Which pattern is it?
because at the moment they do have a usage impact. They've actually got a usage impact, which takes a date.
Why do I keep getting like full? Oh, okay. Wait.
See, but the problem is I don't use I use my own workspace because let me go to the ESD workspace. Hopefully Phil's got it in here somewhere, generation mix. Yeah, here he is. He's created it for us.
Yeah, but I keep getting 404.
Hold it. Let me take a look. Local, I want dev. I'm not getting anything. I think Phil said, well, if you're using his workspace, you don't need a token or anything. It just
I remember it used to be working for me, but
yeah, this is not working. So first thing says,
what do you get?
I get empty. I don't get any error message. I just get empty raw body, like nothing.
I've got 404 for some reason. Yes, DBSUI. Let me just double check. Accounts, billing account, kitchen ID.
Empty. That's actually going to be a few things.
It looks good to me. I don't know, for some reason.
If it's not working, I think we probably might need it. Maybe we should see if Phil's available. I'll send a message and go, Phil.
Yeah.
And Phil, are you free to have a chat about I just paste the URL. It's about this API. I go, currently it's not working. Currently not working, Dev. Currently not working in Dev. Using Postman. It's the oh, shit, if I start a call, it's going to be... I'll call Phil and then invite you.
Okay. You can just invite him, actually, I think. Let me invite him.
Oh, okay, after what we're talking about. Oh, yeah.
But
I forgot who the call was.
I think he's offline for some reason.
Oh,
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Phil. So we're just trying to get the API working for EIQ backend.
Yep.
But I'm getting so we got different results, and for D, I think he's got a empty.
I'm getting a 4 and 4 not found.
Oh, I got the same. Okay. Yeah.
But also, I wanted to talk to Phil also about this URL. Looks like we've got to add a few more things into it as well than we normally do. And then where do I get this information from? Like the billing account number and the location ID, actually.
Okay. Yeah, I can walk you through that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You may start now, or
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Because I'm looking to implement this in the mobile API.
So is it already in the other service, like the process service?
I would not have a clue. How would I know? What do you mean by process server? Is that like
So we have, you know how we have experience
yes
in the EIQ, and then we have like services that it calls on,
yes,
like the other microservices that are not public.
Okay, yeah. So from my side, I know there's a mobile API service, and we mainly get most of our information from the EIQ service, right?
Always go through there. So
Yeah.
that's the design for EIQ, is that you always go into
Okay.
another EIQ microservice.
So which service are you talking about? Is there another one behind that EIQ service that you're
Yeah.
saying?
So if you've got have you got the mobile open by any chance?
The mobile API or the
Yeah, mobile API, the backend, the mobile API.
You mean the
service.
code? The code?
Code.
Okay, no, but I'll open
Well,
it.
actually, maybe I should share mine. Give me a sec.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. I managed to get mine open as well, so I can follow you.
Okay. So you guys got me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah, I can see your screen.
Yep. Derek, you with me?
Yeah.
So, if you look at so generation mix, so that will end up going to our APIs. Let's take the real time, for example.
Source clients, was it clients? No, module.
No, I'm just going from the very outside, so the routes first, right? And then I'll go deeper.
I don't have generation mix in mine. Oh no, I'm right. Well, that's,
So this
yeah.
this is the mobile API
I
service.
do, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I see where you are. Yeah, 7
Okay.
real
So
time.
if I go into routes and generation mix,
Yeah.
and let's just go into this guy here.
Yeah.
So you see we've got, it's just pointing to some module, right? And this has just got a client. So this guy here, it's got a generation mix client over here. And this will point, this is the internal service that I was talking about, the Energy IQ service.
Oh, okay, yes.
So it's a bit confusing because our team used to be called Energy IQ.
Okay.
So Energy Services used to be called Energy IQ, but then I got swapped around as something. So that's why it was originally called this. So it's a bit confusing. But anyway, this then points, so everything gets routed into here.
Yeah.
Okay. So then this service will actually point to our .NET backend. So these ones.
Okay.
So so you'll see the same route here that we exposed, that we pointed to from the mobile API.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this one, if we look deeper, it's got a client, it's got a client. Now this one is actually pointing to our ESD backend.
Ah, okay. So hold it. Okay. The confusion is there is an ESD and an Energy IQ.
So what ESD API here represents is the .NET backend.
Okay. Okay.
So Energy IQ service, this is like our team's microservice that sits inside Energy IQ.
Okay. Okay.
Essentially, it's a proxy, but we might do some logic here.
Okay.
Is that confusing? Is there any parts that you want me to explain?
No, I think I get it. I've actually made an API going through this, and
Yeah. Well, usually this service will be done.
Yeah. The question is that new service you put in available for me to kind of, because last time when I made a service, I think I just
Let's have a look.
got the name of it from Darren or something, and I actually was like hope and pray. I go, let's see if this brings anything back, and it did, and I was like, oh great. So this.
Generation mix says So we've got get monthly,
I think that's an old one, isn't it?
I think.
Or is it new? Sorry, I got it wrong. No, it's right. It's there.
Oh yeah, that's
Sweet.
yeah. So
That's all
that's
good. So that means
cool.
I just need to bring that in.
This is fine. That's fine. So since this, let's have a look. Generation mix. Okay, so router get usage impact monthly. That looks about right. Actually, I remember Doram doing this. Yeah, so we've got that, which means you should just be able to go from the mobile API.
And just bring that. Right.
Monthly. That'd be slash generation mix. And then yeah. We should have generation mix, and then here should just be able to add something, and then it'll look like client.get that.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I've done something like that. So
Basically, you should never be calling services, external services, directly from the Experience API. Is the only thing I wanted to
okay.
explain.
All right.
But it sounds like you weren't doing that anyway.
To be honest, I was just copying like the templates you got for how you create these services. So when I look at this, I kind of do something similar. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't want to call our ESD backend directly from mobile.
So that makes it easier for me then to actually. I can do this a lot easier than I thought I would. I hope.
Yeah, and now I'll walk you guys through the Postman. Okay.
Yeah.
So, which one we use? Your insights. No, not insights.
Generation mix.
Generation mix. Eco tracker. And we're doing,
should we be calling it Eco Tracker?
well, it's yeah. I'll call it. Eco.
Oh no, not that. I just mean generally because in my code there's lots of generation mix, and I've been doing a massive not refactory, but doing this new development. I was like, oh, should I actually go through and call it Eco Tracker? I guess it's more than
It'll take a while to catch up. If we do, it's just because our routes actually have coded in them generation mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I mean we probably need to add some what do you call it? Routing so it points to the same place, and then we can rename it. But
I was just curious because just curious.
okay, so on your machine, you'll have these Postman variables, right?
Yeah.
So your question is, how do I get what I want? So have you guys both joined this team?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
workspace?
Yes.
Of course you have, actually. The thing I've set up is over here, so you can go get token, okay, in the token-based APIs collection. Follow along if you want, but you don't have to. But
Okay.
in your body,
Wait 1 second. Let me just get my Postman up and get this on the same screen.
ESD.
Okay, wait 1
you
second.
can see.
Okay, so where did you go? You went
I can see you guys.
ESD token based. Oh, you can see us.
Yep, you should be able to see me as well.
Yeah. So what
Okay,
do I do? If I click on, what does it do if I click on Phil? I doesn't do anything.
Oh, it doesn't do anything. I think it just shows who's there.
Just knows me. Phil's there.
Active. I don't know. Maybe you can tell who's like editing stuff or something.
Yeah. Okay. So ESD token based APIs. Yeah.
Yep. So to explain, we've got two sets of authentication. one of these is called service APIs. It uses just shit. Where is it? What level did I put this at? 1 second. 1 second. Let me think of this. Put it here. How the fuck did I do this? Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Fuck hell. It just uses these two headers and nothing else. So these are kind of like master APIs.
Okay.
As long as you have this, you can supply any parameter and you'll get what you want. And then we have our token.
Where do we get those from? Because I remember you said at one point that we should just be able to run it without having to do it, get tokens or anything. But is that different now?
No. So that's what I'm saying about the service APIs here.
Okay. Yeah.
Any of these, as long as you have the parameters you want, you can run them.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Because they're basically God APIs.
Okay.
And then we have the token, which is actually connected to a user context.
Gotcha.
So if we go into get token, this is my account. I'm running on UAT. Actually, I'll go on dev. So what this will do is get me that token. And I've put just a test script in here so that it pulls this token out.
Do I need to change my body credentials, right? For that to work?
If you want to change your account, you can just run mine. It's fine.
Okay.
Actually, I'd prefer you not run mine. Otherwise, my thing's going to fail.
Okay. I won't run. I'll just create my. If I can just. Okay.
Do we have another account for this?
I don't know. Don't you guys have like heaps of accounts?
You can use that mph1973 at Gmail and do online 123 networks.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, you guys should probably avoid using Matt's account for a while because he's set something up on his account, so like heaps of stuff is broken.
Okay, so.
But for this demo, you can go ahead and use it if you like.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just use yours for now.
All right, so send it, and you'll get this, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And so you guys know how the test script work?
Yeah, I think it takes, doesn't it? When you run it, doesn't it take that and inject it into?
So the tests just run right after the request completes. So this is just JavaScript basically. And we are just setting tokens. So just in here, in this example, we're just pulling out the access token and storing it as a global variable.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay, so that means once you have this run, you just need to run it. And then we've got these account APIs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Following?
Yeah. Yep.
Right, so this just says get accounts and this token is here. Okay. So this will be the token that I had.
Oh, what token is, I can't see that. That's, how come that's so small? That's your, oh yeah, sorry.
Ecosystem token.
The screen I was using was covering yours. So if you go to get accounts.
Yeah, and if you hover over ecosystem token now, you should see that if you ran the other one, you should see that you have a value in there now.
I need to go to authorization. Yes, I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you run that, oh fuck. Oh, okay. Derek,
because I was using your account. Yeah.
Yeah. Just I'll just do it again. That's okay.
Yeah.
So it'll get me this.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is gonna get us all the billing accounts attached to that token. Basically, that user's login.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's got account number and location and ICP. So again, with the test scripts, I'm just picking out a few things. So I am going for first account elec if there is one. Otherwise, just the first account. and then trying to get the first electricity fee, otherwise just the first ICP. But in most cases, you'll find it's just a customer has one account and one ICP. Okay.
Yep.
So after I've run that, we can go to Eco Tracker month. Okay. So now if you hover over these ones, you should see it's filled in a value.
Yes. So yeah, I see that now.
And Derek, you can run that now from your side as well.
Okay.
Because I've got the now you've got the account, right?
So it's almost like you've got
So-
to go get your token, then you got to get your account, and then you can run your service.
Well, you can do that. Otherwise, if you know the thing, you can just type it in here. You know,
Okay, yeah, so you can archive.
it's not like you have to do it that way.
Right. Got it.
Yeah. So that's that one, and then I can add a month here, and then I specify the month as March. You know.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, that's how I've set it up.
Is that the only API we need for? I guess I don't know if you know for the mobile side, because you got usage impact, ICP usage impact, location. Do I need those as well?
Say it again.
I was wondering if this is the only API we need for impacting from mobile. I guess. Have you created any other ones that we need to use as well?
You've got, so this is the month.
Yep.
So that's got overall stuff, and it's got the daily thing for the graph.
Okay. I was just curious.
And then,
Any other?
and then we've got the original one we were still using, which is the it's just called usage impact. So this is the day broken down by hours. The one that currently exists, basically. You're still using that.
This is an existing one. Okay. So okay. So it sounds like we just need the usage impact one. The reason I ask is like if I'm going to go into the back end and do some work, I was like, I can try and bring in any other ones that we need as well if they're ready. If we're just
Yes, possibly. I don't know if there's any mapping done, but if there is, you'll need to pull this flag through. Do you know what I mean by that?
no, are you talking about for this API that's existing?
Yeah, so we did add a new flag here.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I understand.
It's just like, like when there's mapping in, it pulls the things out explicitly, and our changes don't flow through automatically.
Okay, yeah. So I need to bring in the. So for that,
if there is mapping,
okay, yeah.
which I assume there.
Yeah, the
might
mapping
be.
kind of works. Yes, you're right. There is mapping. It will need to be.
Well, sometimes it just says pull through the whole list, and then in that case, you're actually okay.
I was just thinking from the mobile API service, we normally bring everything through, but then from the actual native platform, we need to, as you said, we need to map them to variables. So yeah, we do need to bring anything new that's been brought through. So yeah.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a client change as well.
Yeah. So yeah, we would need to bring that through. So that, just to clarify, that API there is still being used and will continue to be used, right? It just has this new eco-friendly that's been brought through.
Wow, is that an hour? Oh, that's you guys an hour.
Yeah, we can chat about it.
Yes, that's correct.
We've warped into another world.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's that. If you guys actually, there's a shortcut if you want to do it slightly faster. You can go into the accounts API and use basic auth, and then one sec. That should also bring through my accounts. So it just depends on how you want to do it.
Okay.
But I would probably do this just for your sanity.
Yeah, that's good. That means I know how to get that to work now in Postman. And
So that's how you get billing account number and ICP number and location ID. And there's one more. Yes. So if you need the user ID.
Mhm.
Oh shit. Oh, by the way, so you can use either of these collections for the authentication. So I'll go martest. And it's metadata. So here you can get the user ID, and this will also just pull it out.
Okay.
So I think we have tips where you pass in a user ID. User ID. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
For
Yeah.
Postman's variables, the global variables, do we need to declare it somewhere before we're able to access it, or it's just like you can just put arbitrary variable name in it? Like.
Yeah. So for this example, if you wanted to add another one, you could just go. Let's say, email, and I could chuck in the email, and this would run fine.
Okay.
If
So you
that's
can
what you mean?
access that you can access the email from other APIs.
Yeah. So you'll have to run this once so that this executes, but then, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hop off then.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Good. Cool.
All good. All good.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Awesome. Cheers.
Cheers.
So
Okay.
yeah. So I can just expect the kind of like similar structure.
Yeah, it'll be similar structure to that.
Okay.
So what I'll do is, it looks like they set it up. I just need to pull it down from the latest, pull the latest from the repo and start on that. But I think when's our retrospective? I just saw a post from Simon.
But for all the copies, like the text and whatnot, should that be app side or should that be like mobile API side?
Sorry, say that again.
So for the copies, like if you open up the design for your impact last month, so
Have you got? Where's it?
I can send you a screenshot, or you can just open Zeppelin.
Yeah, I'm just in Zeppelin. I'll type in impact. Right? Is it impact?
Your impact.
Your generation. Your impact. Yeah. Okay.
Can you maybe share your screen? Because
Yeah. Wait 1 second. Okay, share your screen. Okay, this it?
yeah.
This one? The eco tracker with the trees, or is it?
The one with trees. Like I'm just working on this one right now. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So all this is just like percentage.
It'd be a lot easier to make than.
Yeah. This is percentage. Yeah, if it's like 60%, probably somewhere like this one. What I'm talking about is like this stuff, like all the text. Are they from backend or is it from like? Because if it's like the app side, then you need to map it.
Okay, so that means more work. So because when you map, you need to add this all in. So can I draw? If I can draw.
I think you need to.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can bring. Like part of me is like, oh, maybe I just need to bring back that part.
Yeah.
Because then this could be in the. But then another part of me is like, oh, should I bring back the whole thing? But actually, probably we got that difference where in iOS we have these as separate labels, but you might have that as a text view, where then you want the text to be formatted differently for each one. So maybe.
You know what? Don't worry about it. Just break it I'll go match your, because everything's new. Like it's not the same as like you have to modify the widget thing. The widget, the hassle is different because it's kind of like beyond the app scope.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to follow, and but for this one you can just break it.
Okay.
to
I think
three.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll break. I could break them. What do you mean? I should bring all three back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring all three back, right?
Yeah.
And I'll break it separately. I'll just call it header and header something blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then obviously you need some kind of value for this, which I hope comes back from the API already.
I think it does. Like there's a percentage thing there.
Yeah. This will be dynamic. So I think there's probably 2, isn't there?
Yeah.
So there's going to be 2 of those. So I need to do 2 of those.
Yeah.
Again, Tuesday.
That might be static.
Yeah, maybe we should bring, because when we start designing it, like recently they did legal changes. I don't know if they've done legal changes in this. Hopefully they have, because last time if we change it, then you have to go back in the API, develop it, send it out, and it comes back. Maybe do you think we should keep that static?
I don't know really. We can check like if there's legal changes on that.
And then I can't scroll back down. Hold it.
Yeah, but this one is definitely going to be changed to like 60% eco-friendly.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely bring those back. I'm just going to go further and down here. Again, this could be static, and it might be the same as this. We need to make a decision what we're doing here. And then what's this, man? This looks like a little one. This probably is coming from the server. You're right.
Yeah.
This would be like I'm hoping this stuff comes back from the impact. What is the impact? I'm just going to go into the impact.
Yeah.
And see what we get. So we get a little.
We don't actually have anything. It's like the data.
Okay, so we're going to have to bring that back. So we need to. Okay, so we're going to have to. That just brings back the data for the graphs, right?
Yeah.
So none of this stuff, whatever this information is.
Yeah. Do we even have the content?
Yeah. Plan your usage ahead. We probably need to talk to Che and say we need this information. Yeah. What is cool is because we've done that generated by source and generated by from, and they've got that expandable stuff. We could probably reuse the code here to do something similar, because I imagine you open it up and they might want it to go grey, but we need to talk to Che about that.
Yeah, let's see what it looks like. But I kind of prefer to stay away from it because that is just a bit messy for me.
Oh, okay. For me, it's done quite well designed, so I'll get towards it. But you do whatever. Let me know what you need.
Yeah.
I'll just send back the information. You can do it anyway. Yeah. This is basically the same as what we normally have, and I'll just send it again. Question is, though, this is going to be a lot more work because now all that has to be, and hold it. This. Okay, wait a second. There's more, isn't there? Wait a second. Isn't there like we've got this screen, but then what happens when you go in here? What happens when we go into historical trend? Where do we go here? Do we go to which one of these screens do we go to next?
Is it this one? Like those.
This one here.
Bars, yeah.
Yeah. So then, I'm hoping so monthly and daily. So that's what Bill was talking about. So I think this is monthly and this is daily. This is by day, by hour. So I need to. So we've already got that API, which is fine. I just need to add this part to it.
Yeah.
But we don't know what to do for the grays. I don't understand why it's grey and it's got values. I don't know what that means.
I think grey is
this?
for the ones that doesn't have any data in it. Wait, I remember someone talked about it. I remember you asked.
Yeah, I remember it.
But don't remember exactly. Oh, it's for a different graph. Like if you go back to your impact, and like there's like gray bars in there. So that's when it doesn't have the data categorized.
But then why is it got a value? That makes
You
sense.
have like the total data, but not like the percentage.
Oh, okay, got you. Hold on, I'm confused here. So we go. This is your impact. You click on the your impact. You go to daily. And then you go to monthly. So daily and monthly.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry. Wait 1 second. I'll highlight it. So we go to here for daily and down here for monthly. Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then we got this weird. And also we need to. So is this how the screens look? Also, where. That's how they want it to look when it's not done, or is that an old screen? That looks like an old screen. Oh, sorry, that's last 7 days. Is it? No, your impact. I'm confused. I don't know if those are old screens. I think they're old screens.
Let's see.
It's hard to tell because they might have mixed up old screens with new screens.
Yeah.
To me, right? To me, it looks like this is an old screen. This one here. So I would say to me, it looks like. Yeah, this is monthly. Oh God, it's hard to do. Yeah, I think we've got. I think we've got this screen, and this screen, but we will need to do something. I think if the API fails, it should show a screen anyway. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
So we need to show something there, and this just showing the banner. I would say, and that's what kind of difference they're showing.
Yeah.
So we got two APIs. One that brings back. I see. This is confusing because what's this graph here? That's daily, right? That's monthly. That's monthly, right? So monthly needs to bring back this information. And everything we saw.
So this is daily for the months, isn't it? Like.
Yeah, this is for the month, right?
Yeah.
So if this is going to go and look like that, they're going to look the same, right? Forget the daily part. Sorry, if we forget that arrow I've just done, it's going to look like this one instead. When you go in here, this graph is going to look the same. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Yeah.
So this is
And then-
hourly. So this is by hour,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So this is hour. So
Yeah.
what I've realized, if I go to the Postman,
Yeah.
this is the API. This is the API. This one here is the monthly, and we put in different months. And then this one is the daily. So we need both these APIs, but the only difference is I need to add in the eco-friendly false. So we've already got this. It sounds like we've already got this one. Maybe we don't, I'm not sure. And this is the new one we're bringing in. But this monthly one is going to have, I need to add all this additional information, I assume.
Yeah.
Because monthly is shown here. You only get to daily when you go in and you have the tab here. So that new API that Phil was talking about will have all this information in. That's what I'm thinking. That's where we put all that information, because it makes no sense to put it into daily. Because the first thing you look on here is monthly. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
It's a bit weird. It's almost like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So usage impact location gonna return a like daily by the hour. And whereas the usage impact is just gonna return different days.
So this one, how do you call this? This is the main screen.
Wait,
Only shows monthly. Only shows 1 month. But then when I think what we do is, if I'm correct, do we click on this, and this takes us to this screen?
yeah,
right?
I
Is
think
that
so. Yeah.
We click somewhere here, and it takes you to this screen, right? And you get into this screen, and because we've already been on the screen and we got monthly information, we can just pass that straight through, right? Sorry, this is daily. Sorry, this is the other. We pass it straight through, and we're still going to see monthly. But then you click on that tab, and that's when we call the other API.
Seem like it. I think
And
so.
then that's when you see this. That's how I think it works. So there's two API calls, but the monthly one's going to take all the information, I think,
Yeah.
to fill out this screen.
So for now, all the information on that screen
Yeah.
are
exactly.
returned from one API.
Yes.
And okay, and you're saying that we can just use this one for the monthly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And daily is going to be a separate call, I think.
Yeah. That's how I think it. That's how it looks like it works.
Yeah. Because we've got.
Or another way is you create a separate API that just returns this information, and you do two calls of an API. Well, that probably doesn't make sense the way that's been
Yeah, we
made.
can just like use one call.
Yeah. So that's how we're going to do it, but it will involve more work than I expected because now I need to add this stuff in. But probably not too much more work, but I will need to. We need. See, this is the thing we didn't take into consideration, I guess. Like if you're ahead and then you need mobile API, well, this is where I guess it comes into. Once we train you up, you're going to be able to help out on this side. Because normally, I think when I started, I think Phil did some of the mobile API work for us. And then I eventually figured out how to do it. I was more forced to do it. And then you figure out how it works. And it's fine.
Okay.
But it's when you context switch to it, you kind of go, right, how much, let's try and do all the work I need to do now so that when I come back again, it's like not too far down the road. Not. Okay. All right, sweet. So that means I will need to do this. I'll probably finish off I'll quickly do that change for the bold thing, but the bold, what's that? Or the widget. I'll do that first and try and get that out quickly, and then I'll get onto this. This might take a couple of hours, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll do that tomorrow then.
Right.
Or now, I don't know. We've got retrospective now. What's the time? That's retrospective. Yeah, in about 15 minutes. Okay. All right, sweet. Well, I'll continue that after the retrospective then. But at least we've got a better idea what to expect now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know what to expect now. Does that make sense? Is that all good? Yeah.
That's
Sounds
very
good.
cool. All right then. Well, good to chat, and
too.
I'll see you in retrospective.
Yep.
Cool. See you, dude.
See ya.
Bye.
尽是奇迹，却始终忘不掉你看我的眼睛。穿过了熙攘的人海，想找谁能把你取代，复制你曾给过我的那种宠爱，掏空回忆的脑袋，寂寞却狠狠扑过来。错手都是的小孩，挥霍掉我们的未来，才醒过来。我承认后悔了，伤害，抛开你的好，我的坏，直到如今，学 情，只是弹琴没有你。我终于学会一个人做梦，只是做梦没有你。我依旧像从前粗心，时常会忘记星期几，却始终忘不掉你看我的眼睛。穿过了熙攘的人海，想找谁能把你取代，复制你曾给过我的那种宠爱，逃过了回忆的脑海，寂寞却狠狠扑过来，措手不及，无法躲开。我承认是我太依赖，像个不懂事的小孩，挥霍掉我们的未来，才醒过来。我承认后悔了伤害，抛开你的好我的坏，直到如今学会忍耐，你不在。
decided to put back down that to create a ticket. But yeah, the thing is to zoom is get it to about the right size, which is around about about 45 to 50% size you want it at, and then your ticket start to be quite simple. Anonymous dog and anonymous cow. I haven't had anonymous panda before. Had anonymous shrimp the other day. Just didn't put anonymous lobster.
Yeah, let's see.
You did the bike. Somebody else made a little comment about this. Actually, one. Anonymous panda. Yeah. Alright, well, there's ones I haven't got to use today. Next time around, depending on what we do. There's a little thing to dot voting as well. I can start a voting section, and then when you click on card, it will see when you try to vote. Yeah, I've had a few of those in recent retros in the Glad column. It's because I personally and privately I thought as a contractor I should bring at least some tools to the job, eh? I've also got a Zoom, you can pay for a Zoom account as well. What? Mountain go-karts? Oh, come go-karts, yes. No, actually I didn't buy those. But I ordered them, expensive, and then stolen on my last job in the UK. Oops. And then to get rid of that, response from, yeah, the code's coming, if you're ready. So is anybody not on the mural? So we're just today we're going to do Glad Tag Mad. We've done this before. A little quick exercise. You can double click anywhere on the white space and it will get a card that you can then type. If you leave the card and you want to type into it again, then you can just double click on it. You can resize it. Please try to keep the size as kind of readable, but don't take up. Don't do that. Don't take up the whole column of one card with anonymous C line. I'm looking at you.
I didn't create it.
And yeah, just going to fill out some things. We're concentrating on the last sprint. See things that went well, things that went bad, and things that we had. Sad it's along the lines of things that didn't go so well or were disappointing, but hopefully things that we can learn from. And then the mad one that just frustrated us and was a waste of our time. So I think there's a clear sort of delineation between what sad and mad mean. Wasn't Trello better than Bitcoin? No, this is much more fun. Sorry. I tried to find out how to write on this. Double click anywhere on a white space. Yeah, but no cursors are going on with The cursor is the cursor on your computer, which is easy to see apart from the other ones. Yeah, but everyone is, moving there.
Oh, text is too small. I have written something, but I can't read. Can we?
You can no, you can zoom in. You can right bottom corner. You have like you can just zoom in a bit. There's actually
It's not action tab. You create your own.
Oh, okay, alright.
Make the zoom level about 50%. Please don't remember. If you go too big, you don't get anything. Okay, so time starts now.
How do you?
Now that's not a don't click the code here.
What's happening?
Are you the cow? Who's the cow? Me. Created like a text box instead of a sticky.
So what are
what I wrote.
you signing? I can not sign.
Look, Simon, I'm not the only one who complained. Who are you, Ravina?
It's practice.
It's like a couple of things, guys. I'd like to point out. People in marketing automation, right, have no problem with this. People in targeting have no problem with this. So the marketing automation
That doesn't mean it.
No, it doesn't. It's IQ test, and you're failing abysmally. If marketing automation can do it, that's the worst part. I didn't say that. Anyway, for the next 30 minutes, this may be useful. Your comments are readable, and please spend time thinking about what we're writing rather than playing with the tool to the bicycle shop. Where'd the bicycle go?
I'm still figuring it out. I don't know how to do. Yeah. Where?
On the rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just blue and
And then rabbit. This one? Hide cursor. Yeah.
click on your rabbit first.
Yeah, I did. And then hide cursor.
Yeah.
And then
Then to create a ticket, just click on where you want. Just double click on where you want to write.
just double click. Oh, and then it creates a box.
Yeah. Then you just write.
Oh, thank you for that.
What else should I say?
hours you were a tester.
Added something.
Who is this anonymous pig? Anonymous spider. Laptop overheat.
Yes, I get it. I didn't like the Simon's idea of creating a community.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm struck when I saw that.
Who's gonna go in on Tuesday and Friday? I don't know. I don't know how Simon is. No, he's done this week. He's in the other group. Apparently James McGill came on one very terrific and very ongoing. Don't swear, Shay.
So it looks to be just taking just like one like one of the arbitrary parts of the plan, taking the weekend part, ignoring the day and night.
Right, okay.
So I think we might just need to exclude all somehow. Actually, I don't know how we protect that.
Yeah, you can mute it out.
instead of all?
Just me one.
Just you. Good.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. I didn't like it, but that's what they call it.
Yes, I'm done.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the mad and frustrating things, go through sad, and then end on happy level of feedback. And I'm just going to go through them in the order that they appear from top to bottom. I'm going to ask each of you, I'm going to ask you who wrote them to give a little bit of an explanation. Anything that if you know that you've written something else which is similar, please bring it up. It's like we're discussing the first time, so that we'll have a grouping as we go, but if you've come across something that we've spoken about, we'll just move on. So, starting with the biggest problem in the world, which we only found out about this program. That was Durham, no doubt. How do you feel about the program? Yeah, I'll probably have a water next time, so try be a bit of a fast mate. Well, I'm not going to take it. Oh, I think we've got an answer. It's not that I'm talking to you, but I'm not going to take any shit. Please read the acceptance criteria before delivering tickets for testing. Yeah, but it sounds pretty reasonable to me. Are we just having some stupid mistakes?
Yeah, we did, and this went unfortunately at minutes. Sorry, my favorite topic. But yeah, it was frustrating.
I saw some of the stories in the sprint that had freaking bugs in like 4 times the bugs in the tasks.
Yes.
We're either getting something very, very wrong here, or we're getting something very, very wrong here. It makes sense that something like not checking the ACs properly and matching before we hand over. Come on, guys, let's need to do it.
Yeah, because I think Farid done good job in solution design and execution of it. And they were neatly and clearly mentioned it. And if we have any queries, I think we should be asking someone on it. That's what I do now. When I try to test, and if I don't understand, I just ask training.
Yeah, and there are times when things won't be there. There will be sometimes, but it's not that often of this. That there are things that aren't clear in the acceptance criteria. That should actually be picked up by the developer. It shouldn't get all the way to the tester. Because if it wasn't clear, how did they deliver something against it? So I'm just going to read that one straight as before you hand over to whoever did the testing, can you make sure that the bit that you're handing over meets the acceptance criteria? Does anyone have anything on that? Are there any problems that we encountered with the acceptance criteria that made this difficult?
Yeah, I think it should have done better, but there are a few things that, because on the app there's some part of it is returned from the back and some from the app, and when you go through it, Well, yeah. Anyway, like that's not excuse, but like yeah, shift done better. It's just like a bit of like legal changes, and like sometimes the design is not the latest. You have to revert back to the to the stories. Yeah, but yeah, that's true. Should have done better.
Okay, I think you've just said you should check the story and the acceptance criteria.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Let's not dwell on it. It's an easy fix, and it's something that we'll probably remind ourselves again in about 2 months' time. Right, who's responsible for release coordination? Who's that? Who is that?
I have written that.
What's that?
I think they're still not yet decided.
Yeah.
I don't know who's responsible for it, but
No.
sometimes Veena says it, sometimes I say it, and sometimes there's other person. So I don't know who is actually responsible for it. And sometimes if let's say I'm not chasing it, is it Veena who is supposed to chase it, or is it someone else? Because
I
it's my
shouldn't.
part to know exactly
I,
who's responsible.
I think, yeah, I think we don't have any release manager. But I don't know. I mean, this time there was chaos in the release.
What was
Yeah, it was very frustrating for me as well.
what was frustrating?
So the chaos, the first thing was, are we, so the thing is, if we are releasing along with EIQ,
Yeah.
then I think we should be following the process, what EIQ does, and I think we haven't done that. So Raven used to always ask me in the morning, hey, where are you up to? What's the status? Have you linked the tickets? Your tickets are not closed. Have you done the testing? Is it ready for UAT? If you have given to UAT on Monday, which you are not up until Wednesday, those kind of things. I think I brought those up as standard. Um, but I think if we are doing road releases along with EIQ, then we should be following the process what they follow. Otherwise, you get told off from the people. I get told off personally because
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
just
there's
add
some.
more. I'll just add more to that. So when we release, we have like Because I sort of noticed a very striking situation. So this half is what all the usage and stuff, and then in the second half, everyone gaps up for as well. And then in the second half, it dropped off, and I can't remember the gap. Very are exhausted. I think the video you feel like you need to be present to. Yeah.
Exactly. I am on that page.
Yeah, I could be.
More like let's say present to people. Yeah, I guess that was. The thing is like I've seen people on a video half in fear.
Okay. So Slack video for me doesn't work. I can do. I think I can do Skype, but Slack video didn't work for me, for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know you want to see my face, but okay. Okay. All right. I'll turn it on just for you. Hey. Hey. Nice to meet you. Not really, but yeah.
Dressing gown. Well, it's a couple of meetings in the dressing gown, nobody said a thing. So I don't know whether it was a presentation. Up to you. Maybe if you haven't got a picture, then at least put a picture instead of just being the initials.
Okay.
Who wrote that one up? Sorry. And what were you trying? What was it you were trying to? What action were you trying to get to come out of that? Please switch it on. And if you're talking to people, it's so much easier to talk when you can see your face. Maybe if you're sitting in the background, sitting in on a meeting, it's not so important. Yeah. That's good. You're like a
Is that really?
dark man in blue.
It looks like a hacker, like going back.
Black cat in a dark room that isn't there. Who was responsible for release coordination after the decision? Didn't expect issues on copy checks. What's wrong with paper paste check erasers?
I mean, the copy text was to get and label. Tariq has already submitted the acceptance, right? I mean, why are we? I mean, of course, I'm trusting that it's going to follow the business, but why are we having issues on that? I mean, why am I supposed to be present?
Um,
It's on each and every email.
I'm not.
It was correct on the ticket. It wasn't correct on the issue.
Yeah, the.
No, but in this instance, I think Tariq has created a separate story ticket for submitting changes. If
Yeah.
I'm not correct, me, Tariq, but I was testing the ticket. I mean, why am I spending time in just raising, that this copy is not correct or it's not correct? Instead,
What has happened is, we did go back and forth on the copy changes. That might have wanted to happen a little more blatantly. So, especially for bill planner, bill checker, and both copy planner as well, we had a copy in place which we all agreed on to say continue, and then we will change it a little bit the first time and then change it quite a lot the second time. So this what happened is I assumed that the developer had already told me, and most of the changes seem to be okay. So some might have been skipped. That is the reason this might have happened, is my guess. But because usually the first time when we had checked, correct me Ravina, did not happen.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. what changed it like on the UI, like even though we changed the copy, but like it doesn't fit in the same UI. So that's one issue. And another one is, so some of the copies from the app is actually from the backend. And if once I've done my work, then like maybe D was on a different task and I've changed the mobile side, and then I give it to Ravina for testing, but the copy itself is actually from the backend. So that since that, yeah, but
In that case, it shouldn't be in the test then.
yeah, well, it's gonna be better once I actually started doing some backend work, so I can just like go ahead and change the backend so that it's actually in sync. So yeah, yeah. So we actually do plan to do that next sprint. So hopefully that should go away. Yeah.
Once we get the leading changes in, we should be updating the story on hers, put the new copy, then we should be creating a new story with the changes if the story that we got, if the copy was, or the copy at the time, which has now been superseded. If that story is no longer open, we should have a new story to change it. And we should be able to go to anywhere, should be able to go to ADO and find out what the real copy is at the time that it goes to testing, or if it's actually at the time that the development's done. I'm not quite understanding.
I think my understanding is we created certificate and we did everything from the requirement and the story point of view. So that process which is good. But when it comes to testing, if the I mean I hear you, Derek, what you're saying that backend is not updated. But if backend is not updated, then why are you keeping that story for testing? That's my point. This.
Uh,
If it is not, if the backend copy is not ready, then it shouldn't be in the testing column. It should be in the program column.
It's a difficult one
actually,
because if the front end work is all done, but we're now testing it, that's totally different conversation.
yeah.
If that's not there, you should say, look, I've done all my bit. You'll notice that the copy is wrong because the back end is wrong.
Okay, I do try to assign the ticket to D if it was him to if it's up to him to change the backend. But some cases I forgot to do that. I just like dragged it to tests. But I'll remember. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's good. Like once I get started on the back and like sometimes if yeah, right now if it's like just copy changes, like it's really straightforward. In it shouldn't wait.
So I think there's a little bit of a chance that that might be an answer going forward, Derek.
Yeah.
And if for some reason, and just check that the copy matches what it does on the ticket, and please ensure that the ticket has the most up-to-date copy on it.
Yeah.
There's a number of really small little things that can happen to make this error happen.
Yeah.
Arise. Cool. 2 millimeters. I was bored a lot. Anyways. I know. dependencies?
Yeah, I was